The 5-year window before you retire at age 65. There's a moment in almost every retirement plan where the stakes get higher. It's the final 5 years before you step away from full-time work. Why does this period matter so much? Because the decisions you make in this window can have more impact on your retirement than the previous 20 years combined. Think about it. This is when the clock is ticking. You have fewer years to recover from mistakes, and the choices you make now about taxes, income, healthcare, and investments will follow you for the rest of your life. I see it all the time. People who coast through these last 5 years without a plan, thinking, I've saved my money, that's all I need to do. And then they're shocked to find out that the way they retire, the timing, the withdrawals, even which accounts they touch first, can completely change how long their money lasts. But here's the good news. If you're proactive during this period, you can turn these last 5 years into an advantage. You can set up a retirement that's not just about getting by, but about actually enjoying the next 20 or 30 years. Hi, I'm Brandon Persia, partner and financial advisor at Starboard Wealth Advisors. I help people in the 5 to 10 years leading up to retirement build tax-efficient income strategies and investment plans that work for the long haul. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what to focus on during this 5-year window before you retire at 65. We're going to cover the 5 areas that can make the difference between retiring confidently and retiring with a lot of uncertainty. If you want help building a retirement plan tailored to your situation, feel free to book a time with me using the link in the description below. So strategy number 1, lock down your retirement income plan. These last 5 years are where your focus shifts from saving to spending wisely. Up to now, most of your financial life has been about building your nest egg, but retirement is about turning those savings into a paycheck that lasts as long as you do. This is where you need a clear written income plan. And that plan should answer the 3 core questions following. 1, which accounts will you pull from first? Will you start with your taxable accounts, your IRA, 401k, your Roth accounts? The order you choose has a direct impact on your taxes over the next 20 or 30 years. 2, how much can you safely spend? Instead of guessing, use your actual numbers, expected expenses, guaranteed income sources, and portfolio to decide on a sustainable withdrawal rate. And 3, how will you adjust for inflation? $1 today won't buy the same thing 15 years from now. Your plan has to build in a way to keep up with rising costs. This is also when Social Security becomes a part of the picture. When will you claim? How does that decision affect your other accounts? It all needs to be mapped out before you stop working so you can retire with clarity, not uncertainty. Strategy number 2, take control of taxes before required minimum distributions, or RMDs, kick in. The 5 years before retirement may be your best opportunity to save on taxes, not just for 1 year, but over your entire retirement. Why? Because you might have a short window of lower income years between when you stop working and when required minimum distributions and Social Security start. Those years are prime time for strategies such as Roth conversions, and that's a strategy moving money from a traditional IRA or 401k into a Roth while your tax rate is lower, so future growth is tax-free. Capital gains harvesting, that's intentionally realizing some gains in your taxable accounts while in a lower tax bracket. And strategic withdrawals, pulling from tax-deferred accounts before RMDs force you to, which helps smooth out your income over time. A lot of people wait until retirement to think about taxes, but by then the IRS is dictating the timing of your withdrawals. This window gives you the chance to control the timing yourself and potentially reduce lifetime taxes by tens of thousands of dollars. Strategy number 3, adjust your investment risk. In the 5 years before retirement, you need to take a look at how your portfolio is structured. The single biggest investment risk you face in retirement isn't just a market downturn, it's a downturn that happens in the first few years after you start drawing income. This is called sequence of returns risk. So just imagine, you're 65, the market drops 20% in your first year, and you're pulling money out at the same time. Those withdrawals will lock in losses, and your portfolio has less money left to recover when the market rebounds. So what do? This is the time to create a balanced portfolio. You're going to want to keep enough stable, conservative assets such as cash, short-term bonds, and fixed income instruments to cover several years of planned withdrawals, so you don't have to sell stocks in a downturn. Keep a portion of your portfolio in growth-oriented assets so your money continues to outpace inflation over the long haul. This combination helps you weather market swings while keeping your plans sustainable. Strategy number 4, address healthcare and Medicare planning. Healthcare costs are one of the largest expenses in retirement and often one of the least planned for. In this 5-year window, you need to make sure you have a clear plan for Medicare and out-of-pocket expenses. That means understanding the basics of Medicare, Parts A, B, D, and supplemental options. knowing exactly when and how to sign up to avoid late enrollment penalties, considering whether a Medigap policy or Medicare Advantage plan fits your needs, planning for costs that Medicare doesn't cover, like dental, vision, and long-term care. If you're planning to retire before 65, this planning becomes even more important because you'll need to figure out how to bridge the gap until you're Medicare eligible. Healthcare can feel overwhelming, but addressing it early removes a huge source of stress from the retirement equation. Strategy number 5, get serious about estate and legacy planning. The 5 years before retirement are the perfect time to make sure your estate plan is up to date. This is about protecting your family and making sure your wishes are carried out. So you're going to want to take some time to review some things. Your will and your trust, beneficiary designations on retirement accounts and insurance policies. You'll want to review your powers of attorney for financial and healthcare decisions, your healthcare directives, and any living wills. This is also a good time to talk about your legacy. Do you want to leave assets to your children or grandchildren? Do you have any charitable goals? These decisions can be coordinated with your tax planning and investment strategy so that what you've worked for benefits the people and causes you care about most. The decisions you make in this window will shape everything that follows. This is the time to move from a savings mindset to a distribution mindset. It's where you shift from how much have I saved to how do I create a paycheck that will last for decades. So let's recap what we covered today. Number 1, build a retirement income plan. Know exactly which accounts you'll draw from and how much you can safely spend and when to claim Social Security. Number 2, take control of taxes. Use these years to reposition your accounts so the IRS doesn't control your withdrawal schedule. 3, revisit your investments. Protect yourself from a bad market in those first few years while keeping enough growth to last. 4, plan for healthcare. Get ahead of Medicare, supplemental coverage, and out-of-pocket costs. And finally, number 5, update your estate and legacy plan. Make sure your legal documents and beneficiary designations reflect your current wishes. Doing this work now, before you officially retire, allows you to step into retirement with clarity instead of uncertainty. This is exactly the kind of planning that can turn a good retirement into a great one. And here's my message to you. Don't wait. These years are your chance to make thoughtful, proactive decisions before you lose the flexibility that comes with still being in control of your income. So if you're within 5 years of retiring, or even just thinking about stepping away from work, and you want to be confident that your plan is working for you, then let's talk. Click the link in the description below to book a consultation. We'll walk you through your timeline, your income options, and the strategies that can help make sure that your work that you've done for decades pays off in the way that you want. Planning during this window is one of the smartest financial decisions you can make. And remember, at Starboard Wealth Advisors, your financial destination is why we're here. Thanks for watching.